farming. And Muslims reminded of death as a means to mend their ways before meeting Allah. A very good evening. Many thanks for joining us on 88 Channel 5 News at 7. I am Miriam Amadi. Operate within the ambit of the law and ensure that other people's rights are not infringed upon while doing business. Coordinator Abuja Metropolitan Management Council Umar Shuaibu gave this warning during an engagement with the owners of nightclubs in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
The security threat, noise pollution and traffic gridlock as a result of the activities of nightclubs, restaurants and other eateries in the nation's capital informed this engagement. The coordinator Abuja Metropolitan Management Council and other city managers told the representatives of nightclub owners to always adhere to the extant rules and regulations guiding the city master plan by regulating the level of noise in their premises, as clampdown on the defaulters will soon commence.
If you are operating according to the rule, as we have said here, you don't have anything to fear. You don't have anything to fear. Our interest here is to safeguard public sanity, safety, security, and everybody has right. We must protect everybody's right.
Yes, wanting to be in business. But being in business is helping us to reduce crime. So, but please do the business in a legally defined location.
At the time your operations take place, particularly at the weekend, some of the persons who come there always block the roads. And we got complaints that roads in Wuse are oftentimes not passable. In the advent of an emergency, people who are trying to traverse the road oftentimes get involved in problems, and that is not good.
Representatives of the nightclub owners commended the stakeholders meeting and assured that issues raised will be taken into considerations to ensure sanity in the nation's capital city. Onoze Yakubu, Nta News.
Changing the nation starts with the youth. Therefore, National Orientation Agency, in collaboration with a non-governmental organization, inaugurated the project One Leadership Club in 10 public schools in the nation's capital. Mariam George Jitubo has the details.
I have a dream where admission will be given based on distinction and not by connection. I have a dream where leaders will be chosen not based on tribal or religious ground, but based on merit. I have a dream.
As future leaders, the youths are not expected to only demand, but aid in building the nation, as stated by the convener, Project One Leadership Club, Yekina Deju. She suggests the need to catch them young and also equip them with leadership qualities for a better and greater Nigeria.
I've had the privilege of going around to schools all over in the past to have campaign one-on-one, but we realized we need to establish it. We need to have constant touch with these students so that they imbibe the right values that is appropriate for national development, understanding the nation, understanding the diversity, understanding the differences, and how they can harness it for the improvement of the life of every Nigerian citizen.
As leader of the progressive youth movement, we are very deliberate about, a generational shift in power. And this generational shift in power is not us just taking power from our leaders to our generation. We have to also be deliberate about creating the next leaders that we are going to hand over the PYM to.
For us in the Project One Leadership Club, it is to be able to inspire the right leadership so that people can get that concrete value and be able to go into positions tomorrow and define good leadership.
The students were also advised to be united and deliberate in making a change in Nigeria.
If you want to be a leader, you have to set your goals, be intelligent.
When I become a proud leader of this nation, I'll make sure I'll teach others who are coming up to never give up or whatever they're doing.
The organizers also promised to gradually expand the club to other schools in various states. Mariam George, Jitbo, Nta News.
The General Manager NTA Channel 5 Abuja, Ayo Adeoye, was among other personalities recognized for their role in promoting the journalism profession through educative and informative television programming. Odiri Arutere reports that the GM received the Merit Award during the inauguration of the Caretaker Committee North Central Region of the Man O' War, Nigeria.
NTA Channel 5 Abuja, for your outstanding contribution to promoting journalism.
NTA Channel 5 was recognized for promoting rich news and program content aimed at uniting the people and ensuring peaceful coexistence. Other awardees include DG Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, Adesoji in Aide.
It's not out of place if the baby that has grown up to be a man chooses to appreciate the parents.
The commandant North Central, when he reached out to me that they want to honor me, I couldn't say no, because they have always been reaching out from one program to the other, which we have been participating with them, we have been supporting them in one way or the other.
The regional commander, Man O' War Nigeria, Ali Baba Mahmoud, charged the newly inaugurated executives to carry out their duties diligently.
We have been listening to some of the program of the NTA Channel 5, and we have been seeing a lot of educative program that can help the society grow.
History has it that Nigeria was the second country in the world to embrace Man O' War, non-profit volunteering organization of Nigerian youths, whose primary aim is to help Nigerians grow and discover themselves to be useful and better citizens. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
And now to latest on COVID-19 figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC as of 13th January 2022 indicate 32 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands at 27,814, while active cases now 2,684, and the number of discharged cases stands at 24,889, and 241 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. Charity is set to begin from home, so does character and attitude. In view of this, residents are expected to make proper use of public facilities as their own, especially restrooms around the city. Aisha Abdullahi reports.
When nature calls, we cannot always be at home, but in public places, either at work, in the market, or walking on the streets. This is why the government and the Abuja Environmental Protection Board (AEPB) have made and are still making provisions to provide enough clean and affordable public restrooms in the city.
But people don't want to use it. You go to market, they have, but you see people urinating in the drainage beside their vehicles. Is it that they don't know that we have toilets in the market? They know that we have. But to avoid doubt and every other thing, FCT still want to provide more toilets, public toilets, so that it will be visible for those that are saying that they are not safe.
Although many residents say they do not make use of public restrooms because of its perceived dirty nature and infections that could be contracted. Others say nature's call cannot be resisted, as they know some public restrooms which are maintained well.
Sometimes when you went to the public toilet, you find out that it's not clean, it's not well clean. They're just been there to collect money. They don't care about people who are coming there. You understand? To make sure that everything has to be okay.
There should be more public toilets everywhere and to be accessible. And the cost should not be much. They should reduce the cost and they should make it clean. So it should be attractive to others to use.
Better use and to help the government keep Abuja clean, people should ensure to use public facilities like the private ones are used at home. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Gwagwalada Police Division has handed over a child of about 7 years old who is a victim of hit-and-run accident to the Social Welfare Office of Gwagwalada Area Council. Tesomeri reports that the child cannot speak and therefore has not been reunited with his family.
According to the social welfare officer of Gwagwalada Area Council, Helen Alfred Gugong, the child cannot utter a word since he was handed over to them on the 12th January 2022.
We learned that the incident occurred around Giri Junction, that he was hit by a hit-and-run vehicle, and all effort to trace his relation proved abortive. That's why I brought him to the station. He can't say anything, just maybe sometimes you tell him, how are you, he will say, fine, that's all. He has not been saying anything, nothing.
NTA News crew engaged the child to see if he can open up, but to no avail. The Social Welfare Department is calling on members of the public who might identify the child to please visit NTA Channel 5 Abuja or the Social Welfare Department of Gwagwalada Area Council so that he can be reunited with his family. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
And from the Juma prayer today, Sheikh Muhammad Tajuddin Bello of the Wuse Zone 3 Juma Mosque says the consciousness of death as Muslims should remind all of an appointed time for everyone to return to their Creator. Abdullahi Ajia reports that this was the focus of his Juma sermon.
The Imam's preaching draws lessons from the glorious Quran with many examples of how Muslims should prepare to meet their Lord, with emphasis placed on doing good deeds to ward off evil before the destined time of death upon every soul.
We are all aware that a day is coming we are going to die, whether we accept or no. The only thing is that time is not known. That's why a Muslim should always be righteous. At every second, we should be righteous because death might come at that point.
The cleric reminded all of accountability before Allah and the consequences of a bad ending in this life.
Allah says at the point of death, those who said our Lord is Allah and they are steadfast. You don't cheat, you don't kill, you don't commit crime, you don't do so many criminalities that today some Muslims are doing. If you are steadfast, you are righteous, then Allah will send angels to be giving you glad tidings.
While urging all to be more purposeful with life and be steadfast, the religious leader prayed for Allah's guidance upon the congregation and mercy for leaders and the country. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Everybody want joy, everybody want love, everybody want to glow, nobody want carry love. Oh, no. Everybody want joy, yeah. Who don't like it better? And if you wanna talk to mommy, if you wanna talk your credit, if you wanna run online, yo. If you want plenty data, if you wanna go do one more 7, he says 777. Let me hear you say this super number. 777. For easy life, you no get you wahala. 777. When you use the code, it be like you win a lotto. 777. Let me hear you say this super number.
The whole sensational world of love, now accessible through one code, *777#.
And on the sports scene, President Muhammad Buhari urges the Super Eagles to keep their eyes on the ball to clash against Sudan tomorrow. Sudan striker Mohamed Abdurrahman will be against Nigeria due to injury. Let's join Aisha Adeni for details on Sports Brief.
President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the Super Eagles of Nigeria for an impressive start at the ongoing 33rd AFCON in Cameroon, where they defeated a formidable opponent, Egypt, 1-0 in their group, as they square up against other opponents in the tournament. Elsewhere, Sudan's striker Mohamed Abdelrahman is a major doubt for Saturday's AFCON 2021 Group D game against Nigeria due to injury. Barhan Tiye, head coach of Sudan, disclosed this in a short video published on Sudan's Football Association Twitter handle. Abdelrahman was in action as Sudan escaped with a draw against Guinea-Bissau on Tuesday. He has scored 15 goals in 25 appearances since making his debut for the national team in 2017. And despite Abdulrahman's possible absence, TA expressed optimism that there are good replacements on standby. With Sports Brief, Aisha Adeni, NTA News.
And just before we go, do remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to safety protocols to keep safe, more so with the emergence of the Omicron variant. And that's in his English translation is next. Stay with us.
Wizo kwa we wona na iwo abada zaza ishanda jezuma onewa gobagnai na bage to awun ajebugban osanu ajezadni weze abwa na bage wabwan kwabma wejun oneze yakubu wale sheba wobe na badai wagna gagna bi sepa nkone shi abo awelo abwazenya nanu njimie umar shayub wala atnbo agni aza mbanu na shintapa lo sukonya ba zabwai mba che gwe ala balo njimie nge ba jwi gbetu ntienya nkwen wen ngagwa dabade no sanwe se ase mbai wagna ga sanu mbajin lo bai ze abwai bata zamu nge ye abagbetu lo nu abajwi nanu nsapaye kwen nkona uge ewi mbajin ba belen nga owo nwazai wona zapu lawlo antukotu nu atuko ngana ko ibo abusibida nanu kpeje sepa gbagola daya nlabe enbi nwoye lele ngun tnaba no mato be chiwa boya mato nai wa bu asi ambe we nu aza mbane jimba shin tintindo by ka abi adaye sepa gbagola daya tesi omeri nwale shebe wabe na badai wangage asana bebe ibien ebiewen wotbejin we dabon ntichenu atakpe wa zamayo ebiewen abe yo yashi njiri azoko ngadubanu nje inwiye ntichenu oza nwokpe ebieyelo wayi wazakwe ngebabe ajejelu ko jinba peje ogun atun ko balo gwagwalada shokoshenu nu asalaji yankun wuse peje ogun
Masu kallonmu barkanmu da mace ga fasarar takaitattun labarai mai karantawa Isiyaku Buhari Suleja. Hukumar inganta tsarin babban birnin tarayya ta kira ga wakilan masu wajen shakatawa na dare da su bi dokokin da aka tsara da kuma rage yawan hayaniya a harabarsu. Wakilinmu Onoze Yakubu ya ruwaito mana cewa wanda ya bayar da gargadin shine coordinator hukumar Umar Shu'aibu a lokacin da yake ganawa da wakilan, wanda a ƙarshen zaman sun yaba da aikin masu ruwa da tsaki na hukumar da kuma bayar da tabbacin tsabtace birnin. Hukumar 'yan sanda na Gwagwalada ta mika wani yaro mai shekaru 7 wanda mai mota ya buge shi ya gudu zuwa ofishin hukumar hudda da jama'a na karamar hukumar Gwagwalada. Wakiliyar mu Tesi Omeri ta ruwaito mana cewa an tsinci yaro ne a bakin hanyar giri da ke Gwagwalada wanda baya iya magana. Hukumar tana kira ga al'umma da cewa duk wanda ya gane yaron ya garzaya zuwa ofishinsu don mayar da shi zuwa ga iyayensa. A hudubar da aka gudanar a masallacin juma'a na Wuse Zone 3, wakilinmu Abdullahi Ajiya ya ruwaito mana cewa limamin masallacin Sheikh Muhammad Tajuddin ya tunatar da 'yan uwa musulmai game da mutuwa wadda ya kawo ayoyin alkur'ani mai girma da kuma misalai da dama game da yadda ya kamata mu shirya komawa zuwa ga Allah ta hanyar aikata ayyuka masu kyau da kuma kauracewa aikata mummunan ayyuka. Da ƙarshe an yi wa shugabanni da kuma ƙasa addu'ar samun zaman lafiya da ci gaban ƙasa. Jama'a, ƙarshen fasarar takaitattun labaran kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
gị n'ịnọnyere anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Tọọ ntị n'ala nara anyị akụkọ anyị jiri bịa n'uhuruchi a. Onye isi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka isi ala anyị adọọla ndị nnọchianya ụlọ ịgba egwu nke nwa bekee kpọrọ Night Club aka na ntị ka ha lezie anya ma hụ na ha debere iwu na usoro ewumewu n'isi ala anyị. Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na onye isi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka isi ala anyị Umar Shaibu nyere ịdọ aka na ntị a mgbe ya na ndị nnọchianya ndị were ụlọ ịgba egwu were nzukọ na isi ala anyị. Ndị nnọchianya n'aka nke ha kelakwara ndị chịkọtara ya bụ nzukọ ma kwekwa nkwa ilebara okwu ndị ha kpọtụrụ uche na ya anya. Ndị uwe ojii n'okpuru ọchịchị Gwagwalada enyefela otu nwa gbara afọ 7 bụ onye nwere ihe mberede okporo ụzọ n'aka ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka ọdịmma ndị mmadụ na ya bụ ime obodo. Tesi Omeri wetara akụkọ na ya bụ nwa enweghị ike ikwu okwu bụ nke ga-enyere ha aka ịmata ebe nwa ahụ si. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka ọdịmma ndị mmadụ akpọkuola ọha na eze ma kwuo ka onye ọbụla ma ya bụ nwa bịa n'ụlọ mgbasa ozi NTA Channel 5 Abuja maọbụ n'ụlọ ọrụ ha dị na Gwagwalada. Sheikh Mohammed Tajuddin Bello nke ụlọ okpukpe Islam dị na Zone 3 ekwuola na onye ọbụla ga-alaghachikwuru onye kere ya bụ ihe ekwesịrị icheta mgbe niile. Abdullahi Ajia mgbe o sonyere ha n'ekpere Jumat nke taa wetara akụkọ na nke a bụ ihe imam ha jiri mere okwuchukwu ya. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ime ezi omume bụ ihe dị oke mkpa ma bụrụ nke ga-enye aka wepụ ihe ọjọọ na ndụ ndị mmadụ. Ya bụ nwa amadi kpekwara ekpere ka Allah gbazie ndị na-eso ụzọ ya ma wee obi ebere n'ebe ndị ọchịchị anyị nọ. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka anyị wụsara akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Chebiri anyị n'izu ụka ọzọ. Ndewo.
Kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá lórí sí gbọ̀yìn láti ẹnu mú Bọ́lájí Mátì. Ìkìlọ̀ ti lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn onílé ìtura alálẹ́ tí wọ́n ń pè ní Night Club lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì wípé kí wọ́n má ṣe tàpá sí ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn ènìyàn bí wọ́n ti ń bá iṣẹ́ òòjọ́ wọn lọ. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Onoze Yakubu ròyìn wípé alákòóso ìgbìmọ̀ tó mójútó ìgboro ìlú Àbújá Umar Shaibu ló gbé ìkìlọ̀ ọ̀hún kalẹ̀ níbi ìpàdé tó wáyé pẹ̀lú àwọn aṣojú iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀hún. Ó tẹ̀ wọ́n létí wípé kí wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé àwọn ìlànà òfin ìpìlẹ̀ ìlú Àbújá tó rọ̀ mọ́ iṣẹ́ wọn pàápàá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ariwo. Ìgbésẹ̀ ń bọ̀ láti mú ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá tàpá sí òfin ọ̀hún. Àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá Gwagwalada ti fa ọmọ ọdún 7 kan tó kàgbákò jàǹbá ọkọ̀ lójú pópó lé ọgbà ìdàgbàsókè ètò afẹ́ tó ń bẹ ní Gwagwalada lọ́wọ́. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Tesi Omeri ròyìn wípé ọmọ ọ̀hún ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ láti ọjọ́ 12 oṣù yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí òṣìṣẹ́ ọgbà ọ̀hún Helen Gugan ti sọ. Wọ́n fi àkókò yìí ń ké sí gbogbogbò tàbí ẹni tí ó bá mọ ọmọ ọ̀hún wípé kí ó kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá tàbí ọgbà ìdàgbàsókè ètò afẹ́ tó ń bẹ ní Gwagwalada. Ìmáàmù mọ́ṣáláṣí Jímọ̀ Wùsẹ̀ Kàkẹ́tà l'Àbújá Sheikh Mohammed Tajuddin Bello nínú wàásù Jímọ̀ tòní rán gbogbo mùsùlùmí létí wípé ọjọ́ kan ń bẹ tí a ó sùn tí a kò ní jí mọ́ tí a ó padà sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajia ròyìn wípé Ìmáàmù Bello tọ́ka sí ẹsẹ̀ Alukurani pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ àpẹẹrẹ lórí bí mùsùlùmí ṣe ń láti gbéradì láti fojú kan Ọlọ́run ọba. Ó mẹ́nuba àwọn ìwà tí yóò gbéni dé àlùkìyámọ̀ bí ó ti ń rọ gbogbo mùsùlùmí láti dúró gírí bí wọ́n ti ń sin Ọlọ́run ọba. Ó gbàdúrà fún àwọn aṣáájú orílẹ̀-èdè àti gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀. Tó a ò rí jù báyìí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní àṣẹ tòdùmarè ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.